to be specific, filed for unemployment last week. That makes a total of more than 22 million Americans out of work just within the last month. In Georgia, more than 390,000 people filed for unemployment the week ending April 4th. We are expecting to get even more updated numbers from the state today. We will pass those along when we get them. The state labor commissioner says unemployment claims reached a record high in March. Our state's unemployment rate reached 4.2% in March compared to 3.7% a year ago. The good news is, though, there are some companies hiring. I found Metro Atlanta positions posted for Publix, Kroger, Walmart, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Walgreens, just to name a few. Kroger tells me they especially have a focus on grocery pickup associates. You can find those jobs listings on those companies' websites. Now, the Georgia Department of Labor is holding a news conference later this afternoon. CBS 46 reporter Haley Mason will listen into that. She'll let you know what comes out of it starting on CBS 46 News at 4. At the live desk, I'm Megan Packer. Karen.
I love that those companies are hiring. Megan, thanks so much. Are the newest unemployment numbers impacting Wall Street? Well, let's take a live look right now. You can see the Dow down about 38 points. We're going to keep watching the numbers for you throughout the day. More breaking news, though, as we track the latest coronavirus cases here in Georgia. The Georgia Department of Health latest report showing more than 15,000 cases. 584 people have died from the virus and more than 3,000 are currently hospitalized. Across the country, more than 47,000 people have recovered. Now, we were pushing and we got answers after a Kroger worker tests positive for the coronavirus. The mega grocery store chain says it will now limit the number of employees in each of its stores. Our Daniel Wilkerson's live outside the Kroger on Caroline Street here in Atlanta getting results.
Wow!
Some customers outside the Kroger on Caroline Street in Atlanta are just hearing the news that an employee who works here tested positive for the coronavirus. Lisette Correa shops here. She lives nearby.
I know a lot of the workers at this point from just being frequent, and I'm always like, why aren't you guys wearing gloves or masks? And they told me that they're not allowed to.
Wednesday, a sister of the worker who tested positive told my colleague Jamie Kennedy this by phone.
Should have been more measures taken to try to ensure that they kept people away from them. It was like people reaching over her, trying to grab products and stuff, to make a purchase.
Thursday, the store opened for business. Corporate heads were observed inside the store. All of the employees had gloves with masks, and in the checkout lines, there are plastic shields between the cashiers and customers. Kroger has maintained all along that it's taken steps to keep customers and associates safe. Still, we wanted to know details on cleaning protocol. We also wanted to know from Kroger Corporate how many employees company-wide have tested positive for the virus. Those are two questions reporter Jamie Kennedy asked Wednesday. I placed a call and emailed the same questions Thursday. I got this reply. I was told only a few employees corporate-wide have tested positive for the virus. Kroger says in addition to limiting the number of customers to 50% of the building code capacity, it will waive prescription delivery fees. They're piloting one-way aisles in selected markets. They're reducing holiday hours. Also, they're implementing protective face masks and gloves for associates. And they'll have associate wellness checks, asking employees to check their temperatures before coming to work.
They're essential workers. We need them, and we need to be able to protect them.
Apparently, Kroger agrees. The chain wants the government to reclassify its employees as extended first responders or emergency personnel in hopes the designation will make sure its employees get priority access to masks and gloves. In Atlanta, Daniel Wilkerson, CBS 46 News.
Well, now that more COVID-19 tests are becoming available, county health departments are able to test more citizens, whether they're frontline workers or not. Our Rebecca Schramm shows us people are flocking to Conyers today for free drive-through testing.
Before this one-day coronavirus testing event even got underway, all 400 appointments had already been filled. Cars lined up early at the Georgia International Horse Park in Conyers. Several public officials, like State Representative Pam Dickerson, had spread the word about the free drive-through testing.
They're concerned that if they do have it, how can I get tested? Now there's a way for them to be tested.
No doctor referral or insurance is necessary for this COVID-19 testing, but appointments are required.
If you were not able to get an appointment for today, don't be frustrated.
Dr. Audrey Arona, head of the Gwinnett, Newton, and Rockdale County Health Departments, says with more test kits available now, Anyone with symptoms can call to set up appointments daily for free testing at health department facilities in her region. And it's the same deal. No doctor referral is required and no insurance is necessary either.
Our team has plans in place to do 1,500 to 2,000 tests this next week, depending on the demand generated by advertising and also the supply of test kits.
That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that, Jimmy, because this way more people will be able to get tested.
We've got the number to call for appointments in a story on our website, CBS46.com. In Conyers, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Great information, Rebecca. Thanks. Today, the Trump administration is meeting with governors all across the country and will announce plans on how states can reopen. It comes as the president says the nation is now past the peak.
The battle continues, but the data suggests that nationwide we have passed the peak on new cases. Hopefully that will continue, and we will continue to make great progress. These encouraging developments have put us in a very strong position to finalize guidelines for states on reopening the country.
Now, plans will go first to the governors before they're publicly released. There's a lot of talk about when to reopen Georgia. It's a big question CBS 46 is digging into today at 3 p.m. right here on CBS 46. Governor Brian Kemp is talking with Dr. Oz about the issues at play.
How do you get testing to work so you can reopen your state?
We got the Abbott machines coming to our public health districts. So we've actually got the National Guard now engaged on that to do a better job in testing to make sure that we're using up every single test that we have every single day. But it's going to take, I believe, a unique public-private partnership to be able to do that. We've got to be able to rapidly test, rapidly get results where people feel safe going to work, or consumers, customers, or sports fans have that confidence that they're not positive and their fellow co-workers or folks that they're going to be dining with are not either.
Dr. Oz also speaking with Dave Wilkinson. He's the president of the Atlanta Police Foundation about how new technology used on the force is keeping the Atlanta community safe. So you can catch that today at 3 right here on CBS 46. Remember, CBS 46 is leading coverage on coronavirus outbreak with hourly updates for you on our powerful CBS 46 streaming app and on our CBS 46 Facebook page. And just for us, our next update, just so you know, is coming up at 1 o'clock in just about an hour. All right, we want to get a check of your weather now. Meteorologist Fred Campagna. Another cool start to the day, but at least, Fred, the sun is out.
Sun is shining. It is gorgeous out there this afternoon. It is just about perfect, I think, in my book. The temperature's already above 60 degrees, continues to get warmer. Look at all that blue sky out there. Even the pollen count, which I had expected to be higher, was actually a little bit lower this morning. So everything is coming up roses for us this afternoon. Check it out here as we're looking at 50s and low 60s, 62 right now in Atlanta, 59 for Canton, for Ellijay, 55 for Blairsville at noontime. Clear skies throughout the southeastern United States. Just terrific this afternoon. There's a very light breeze out there, 67 degrees at 2 o'clock. By 5 o'clock, the temperature is around 70, and we're settling back through the 60s into the 50s and eventually the 40s tonight. So this afternoon, again, not far at all from 70 degrees. Tomorrow morning, not as cool as it was this morning, but still kind of cool for this time of the year. Outlying areas not far from 40. It'll be closer to 50, though, in the city. Great weather tomorrow. Big changes coming our way for the weekend. We have another potentially heavy rainstorm along with some thunderstorm potential coming our way on Sunday. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, we'll just stick with what's going on right now. We love this. Thanks, Fred. New details in a double shooting that included a 14-year-old and his mother. It happened early this morning at the Oxford Village Townhomes. That's on Jonesboro Road. Police say someone fired a dozen shots at that apartment. The two victims have been identified as 39-year-old Latrice Williams and her teenage son. The mother has a finger injury. Her son, though, was shot in the arm. Both, we're told, are expected to be okay.
Never want to see anyone injured or hurt from gunfire at 14 years of age. It's pretty disturbing.
Police are trying to determine whether there was more than one shooter. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. You could get a reward, 404-577-TIPS. A crime alert again to tell you about. Take a look at your screen. This video kind of hard to make out, but multiple cameras here catching the dog snatchers throwing the canines, the little puppies, into 2 green bags. Police say they took English bulldogs, Yorkie poos, Maltese, and several other expensive breed puppies worth a total of $60,000. It happened last Friday, just before 2 in the morning. Police say they also stole $400 from the registers. If you know anything, take another look at your screen, the way they walk, move their hands, that you can help police find those dogs. Call Crime Stoppers again, that number, 404-577-TIPS. A local teacher finds another way to use chalk, all to inspire students on learning from home. And CBS 46 introduces you to a familiar face who's working to make sure Governor Kemp's message is known to all Georgians.
Oh, miking up right now. Miking up right now.
Welcome back. If you've been watching Governor Kemp's updates on the coronavirus, you can't have missed this man, David Cowan. He's been giving important information to 150,000 Georgians whose only language is American Sign Language. Cowan is deaf as well, which means there's another man behind the scenes who's signing to him.
So he'll sign to me what the message is, and then I'll make it more understandable for the deaf.
Their work is far from over. They're going to continue to give updates as needed. A Gwinnett County teacher spreading positivity